evening. Happy Tuesday. Feels a little strange to say that, but welcome to my page. I am Julie with Creations by Julie. Normally I go live on Mondays and Thursdays, but since yesterday was a holiday, this week you're going to see me on Tuesday and Thursday. So when you hop on, tell us hi, let us know you're here. Let me get you pulled up.
Yeah,
Okay, let me make sure I can see it. Okay, there we are. Alright, gotta turn my sound down. Hi ladies, again, thank you for being here. Like I said, it's odd for me to be on a Tuesday, but I won't have as many days in between the lives this week. First thing we're going to do is draw from our blessing bag for the printables. Now, I changed them a little bit because I realized when we didn't do lives last week that July 4th was going to be over and y'all didn't need a bunch of 4th of July printables. But I am still going to send the napkins because I think they're super cute and you play with them or you can put them up till next year. But I went and pulled out some everyday fall type thing printables for you to play with, and I'm going to send those. So what you're going to get...
Can't hear you very good, louder.
Okay. We probably need to check into getting me a mic. I made sure that was turned up, but... Okay, so what you're going to get, if your name is drawn, you're going to get 4 different surfaces. You're going to get this small, I think it's a 5x5. And then the palette board that we did the flag on Monday before last. And then 2 of these small boards that you can use both sides for your smaller printables. And then, like I said, you're going to get the flag napkin, the barn napkin, and then the flag napkin. This one has 6 different flags on it. Okay, and then I'm adding these cute. There's a little house, and it's supposed to tell you the size. I'm going to put my glasses on so you have an idea of what size wood to put it on. This basically is a 3.5 by 4.5, but you can cut it or however you want to do it. These are 2 small ones that are just 2 by 2 for your little boards. Then I did leave this one in there, and then I put a sunflower that says welcome and a cute jar. And then this one's a little bit larger, says welcome fall. And then this one's even larger. I think this one's probably larger. It would still go on this bigger one. You just might not get some of the edges. But those are the printables that you're going to get. I've already went through and got the names, put them in our blessing bag. So let's draw and see who's going to get this. I think y'all will have a lot of fun with it. You've got several projects you can do there. And if you, well, you wouldn't have missed it. Start to say if you missed our live when I did the printables, but your name wouldn't be in the bag if you'd missed the lives. But you may want to go back and look at it and just as a refresher and stop it and start it for any questions you might have. All right, let me move these around really good and pull out just one name. Barbara Rosecrans. Have you seen Barbara on here yet?
No, not
okay,
tonight.
We'll watch for her. I have your address, Barbara, so this is going to go out to Barbara this week. All right, let me set those aside. Okay, tonight I thought what we would do is play with some ink. I haven't done the Magnolia design stencils in a while, and Magnolia now has these set of 2 cute dish towels. I believe these are the dish towels that came out in the craft box, but I gave mine away, so I'm not positive. But you get this yellow and white stripe, and you get a bright yellow. And I'm going to work on this one tonight. I will tell you tonight your mystery word is #Magnolia, because I'm going to put together a little kit with this remaining dish towel, some ink and a transfer and a squeegee and send to you. But these are really cute. I just looked this afternoon and they are available still in the store. Okay, now I would suggest when you're going to print on fabric of any kind, run an iron over it first. See, I just did this part right here where I'm going to stencil. Because see, there was a pretty good crease there, and sometimes it's really wrinkledy. So just run the iron over it first. And we're going to use one of these. These are brand new. I just got these in. Bee stencils. It says, "Let it be kind, sweet bee, and hello, honey." I think I'm going to use the "Let it be," and then I'm going to send with the yellow the one that says "Be kind." So that's the stencil that you'll get. All right, let me get these open.
Pat Powers says hello.
Hi, Pat. Can y'all hear me okay if I talk a little louder? We really need to probably invest, because sometimes I feel like I'm yelling. And I don't know what it is, if it's a Facebook thing, it's internet, you know, that sometimes you have trouble hearing me. Okay, we'll get these open. Now, Magnolia Design, if you don't know, has reusable adhesive stencils. And they're like a transfer, basically. All this that's white is not an open space like your normal stencils, but it's more of a silk screen. So this is mesh, and they're sticky on the back, and you can wash them and reuse them. Now, I'm going to use black ink tonight because when you're working on fabric, you want to be able to heat set it so you can put it in the washing machine. And so you want to use our ink. I'm going to use black, and you know it's the ink because it has the white top. Now, this is a brand new jar, and when I opened it to stir it a while ago, it looked a little bit thin, so I'm hoping it doesn't ruin my stencil. But when you get your stencils, the first thing I want to do...
Barbara Rosecrans just came on and said, hard to hear you.
Okay, sorry, Barbara. By the way, I drew your name out of the bag, so you will get the printables. You'll have to go back and watch the first of it so that you see I changed them just a little bit so that you didn't have a whole thing of 4th of July stencils. Printables. I'm looking at the stencil. All right, so I'm just going to mark the back of it. That's the one I'm going to use. Oh, that's the wrong thing. This one is Let It Be. They're probably the same size, but, and then these others, I'll mark them later. Okay, so after you've marked the back, then you want to, you could cut your stencil before you mark it, I guess. I'm just going to cut down the white line. I think these probably fit our little 5x5 boxes, the quad, where you get 4 boxes. Okay, this is the one that is going to be go with the towel for our giveaway. Try not to say that too loud for this week. The mystery word is #Magnolia. Okay. All right, so I have it marked on the back, Let It Be. Since it's a brand new stencil, I want to fuzz it a little bit. I wouldn't have to since I'm using it on fabric, but you just want to get in the habit of doing it on your newer stencils, because if you're doing it on glass or, you know, a coffee mug or, you know, chalkboard, it might pull the stencil and stretch it. And if you're doing it on paint, it could actually pull up your paint that you just painted your sign with. You could get creative with these and do them in a couple of colors. But for tonight, we're just doing it in black. And let me lay that right there for a second because you wouldn't have, I have a little sticky thing so my material spreads out. You don't have to have that. It's very nice, to be able to have it, but you don't have to. You can just put a piece of cardboard, but you want something underneath there in case your stencil bleeds. So with this, I just have to push it down and it sticks to it. See how smooth? It makes it really smooth. Now I can still see a little bit of an indentation right here, so I know that's my center. So I'm going to take my stencil and bring it up some and try to center it on that yellow line. And I'm just going to eyeball it. Hopefully, let's see, hopefully it's centered. I'm going to go from the print. And see how far off I am from the center. Pretty close. It might be 1/8 of an inch, but it's close enough. Then you're just going to push it down. Make sure you don't have any bubbles, especially right here where the letters and your graphic and stuff is at. You can actually take your little squeegees, and this is good to do on fabric because you're not going to have any trouble getting the stencil up. Now the ink probably, especially black ink, will stain this stencil as long as it's not inside where there's letters, as long as you can get that washed off. And I've never had one that messed up inside the letters. It might stain this green a little bit, but that's no big deal. And I'm just pushing really hard so it won't bleed under my letters, because I actually want to give this away at the end of the video, but you have to be present to win it. That's probably a word I wasn't supposed to say. But if I mess it up, nobody's going to get it. So I want to get it all in there, and it doesn't take a whole lot of ink. Okay? Now, if you're worried, I didn't bring any, but if you're worried about getting something on, you can take paper, like I could take this cloth and protect this side, and I might do it since my ink's on this side. You can take something and lay on this side, just in case you dribble ink anywhere. Okay, so I'm going to open my ink. And like I said, it was a little thin. And I always try to have a wet cloth when I'm working with fabric and ink, just in case. Okay, and then you don't push hard. I'm just lightly filling in all those places and spreading it out. It's very quick and easy. A child can do it and have fun with these stencils. I did not check and see if this particular stencil was still available, but it probably is, because I think it was pretty new. Okay, and that's all it takes. I put the rest of it back in my jar, and I'm going to cover my jar and wash my hands before I pull this off my dish towel. And it's always fun because you don't know, you just hope you haven't let it bleed. The ink does not dry quite as fast as the chalk paste does, and that may be something to do with why it fades, why it stains the stencil, I don't know. But, okay, I'm going to make sure I don't have any black ink on me, and then I'm just, that wasn't good. I want the squeegee. Now I do have black ink on me. And on the bench. Let me wipe it off. Told y'all I was a messy crafter. I don't want to touch the pretty yellow dishcloth and have black ink on my fingers. I think the first thing I ever stenciled, it was a t-shirt. And I did. I had black ink on me and touched the t-shirt, but I was just playing around and it was for me, so no big deal. But you're not going to get it off. It's not forgiving on the fabric like it is on chalkboard and some of that. So I'm going to take it and just kind of peel up the corner. And I don't want to pull at a diagonal. I want to come across and pull. It's kind of a reveal. I'm going to hold down the top, and then I'm just going to, I've got a pan of water. I've got water over here that I'm going to immediately put it in. You want the sticky side up so that all that black ink is down in the water for sure. Okay, it's looking pretty good. I'm going to show you how you can kind of play with these dish towels and make them a little fancier. But I'm going to show you with just what I have. I don't have any of the cute little border that's got the little balls or anything. Let me turn this on for just a minute and kind of dry this. It dries fairly quickly. And I didn't really worry about, you know, having it the same, but it's fairly close. You actually, you know, could stencil both ends of it. Now to heat set it so that you can wash it, I would take this and I would let it dry on its own overnight. I'm just going to pull my backing thing off there. All right. Lay it over here. Let me just turn this where y'all can see. It really came out cute. Can you see that? Okay. Now, you can leave it like this, let it dry overnight, and then take an iron, probably on the cotton setting, put a piece of parchment paper over it, and heat set it for 4 minutes on each side. So you do 4 minutes on this side, turn it over, and do 4 minutes on this side. I've had some that I stenciled a year or so ago, and the ink is still on them. They did not wash off. Now, if you wanted to make these kind of fancy, you could take, I'm not a seamstress, but you could take ribbon, and I brought 3 ribbons in here, and y'all just have to tell me what you like. But you could sew ribbon. You could try the hemming tape. I don't know if that would come loose when it's washed. I think most people, when they put ribbon or something on it, they sew it. Like I said, I don't even own a sewing machine, so. But there's this black and white check that has the pretty bees on it. And see, you would just take it. You could come up above the seam and do it that way, and just sew it on, just stitch it on both sides. Or you could go all the way down to the bottom and do it that way. This ribbon has a white border. It almost feels like plastic, but it's a pretty ribbon. Now, the bees are going different directions, but I think you probably turn it because it looks like most of them go that way. But anyway, I have this one. So we'll call this one the black and white check. Okay, I have that one. I have one that's just black and yellow. It's a very bright yellow. Okay. And then I have one that's yellow. And whoever I'm going to send this to, I will let you pick which of the 3. And I'm not going to sew the ribbon on because I don't sew, but I will send you the ribbon. And it's your choice if you want to sew it on or not. And then this is the yellow check, which I really like the yellow check on this particular towel. Any of the 3 of these would look good on the solid yellow. And I will put a strip. I'll put 2 strips so that you can do it on both ends if you want to. And then you can pick. So I will be adding ribbon to the mystery kit. Okay, so y'all let me know. The yellow check looks cute, Karen says. I like the yellow check too. But like I said, I will let y'all pick. So, I mean, that's how quick and easy that you can do these dish towels. You can let this dry and then do the same stencil on the other side or a different one altogether. But, all right, looks like I got a little black something on there, and I don't know, unless it came from my iron when I ironed it. Okay, so someone is going to get this cute dish towel. I will heat set it, but I'm not going to sew the ribbon on it. I will send you the ribbon of your choice. Let's see if I can get
Barbara
this.
Rosecrans says yellow check.
That's what Karen Hunter said. Yeah.
Maria Francisco.
Yellow check.
Yeah.
I like the yellow check. I think it's a prettier match with the yellow. But see, any of the three would look good with this bright yellow.
Deborah Haskell says yellow bees, question mark.
The yellow check does have bees on it, yes. They all, well, both of the checks have bees. The black and the stripe does not. But for the thank you gift, the blessing gift for this week, and if you do hashtag Magnolia, you'll get this other dish towel, same size as this one. I will send you enough ribbon of all three of these that you can decide which one you want to use for your border, or use nothing at all. And then you're going to get this stencil that says be kind, okay? And then I'm going to give you a sample thing of ink and a squeegee. So pretty much everything you need. All you need to do is get some cardboard or something to put underneath so it doesn't bleed through. And that's it. Okay, that pretty much was the project for tonight. Let's see if everybody's still with us. And I'm going to just scroll. And we did tell Barbara Rosecrans that she's getting the printables. And then this kit, that I'm going to put together, I'll draw next Monday. So you have tonight and you'll have Thursday night. So you'll have 2 lives to put you in your hashtag Magnolia. You don't have to be watching the live to be eligible. You can be watching the replay. Just comment underneath hashtag Magnolia. All right, so let me kind of start at the top. And I'm going to put my glasses on, but I'm going to kind of just scroll.
Brenda Bracken says happy Tuesday.
Hey Brenda, hope you're doing well. Okay, let me see. First one that I see, Pat Powers. Pat, I'm going to be sending you the B. Are you here? Just type in I'm here. Because if Pat is not here, then we'll look it again. Pat, just type in that you're here and which of the ribbons you would like. I believe Pat is the seamstress. Seems like Pat sews, I think. But if you don't and you wanted to use the ribbon, like I said, you probably could try some of that Stitch Witch or something like that. All right, we're going to wait for just a minute for Pat to, yep, Pat says I'm here. Okay, good. Which ribbon do you want, Pat? The black and white check, the yellow check, or the black and yellow stripe? And I'll just put it in with your dish towel.
Brenda Bracken says still doing better, but still hurting.
I hope you're getting much better, Brenda. I'm going to call out my daughter. I see she's watching, but I bet she doesn't comment. I wouldn't call out anybody else when it says they're watching. But the black and white check. Okay, that's what I will send you, Pat. And I'll send you enough to do both ends of it.
Dee Wilson says I caught you live.
Hi Dee, it's good to see you. Actually, we're finished. We made this cute Let It Be dish towel. Put in hashtag Magnolia to be eligible for our blessing gift for next week. So, she's going to show me. She actually commented. Okay, so short and sweet tonight. But like I said, I hope everybody had a great 4th. And Thursday I'll be back on, and Thursday I'm actually going to show you another really cute craft that you can do with just a cute dish towel. So we'll be back Thursday at 6 o'clock. Y'all have a great week, and thank you so much for being here. Pat, we will get this in the mail to you. Barbara, we will get your printables in the mail to you. Thank y'all so much for being here. Bye-bye.